Welcome to Mecha Facts Episode 5. In today's episode is the RGM-89D Jegan D Type, a mass-production general-purpose mobile suit from the Universal Century timeline of the Gundam series. The Jegan D Type first appeared and was heavily featured in the OVA and light novel Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, along with other appearances in the manga Mobile Suit Gundam U.C. 0094 Across the Sky, and the design series Gundam Unicorn Mobile Suit Variations. The person who designed the Jegan D Type is Hajime Katoki. Next, let's talk about the specifications for the Jegan D Type. Its head height is 19 meters, its overall height is 20.4 meters, base weight is 21.3 tons, full weight is 47.3 tons, powered by a Minovsky ultra-compact fusion reactor. Its armor is a titanium alloy ceramic composite. Max acceleration is at 1.03 Gs. Crewed by one pilot in a panoramic monitor linear seat cockpit in the torso. The Jegan D Type was developed from the RGM-89D Jegan. It was first deployed in U.C. 0094 and last seen deployed in U.C. 0096. Manufactured by Anaheim Electronics and operated by the Earth Federation Forces and La Nobel. The only known pilots of the Jegan D Type is Pico Altador. Next, let's talk about the armaments and equipment of the Jegan D Type. First is the Vulcan gun pod. The Vulcan gun pod is a close-range defensive weapon mounted on the Jegan's head, a shell-firing weapon with a high rate of fire, but is generally ineffective against mobile suits and warships, though it can damage lightly armored areas such as sensors and is ideal for taking down missiles. Next is the hand grenade. 3 hand grenades are carried in the grenade rack mounted on the left side skirt on the waist. The Jegan's hand grenades can be thrown and set to detonate upon impact on its target or be timed to explode. And these grenades can also be launched directly from the rack and function like self-propelled homing missiles via their optical guidance systems. Next is the beam saber. The standard close-range weapon for most Federation mobile suits, the beam saber is a small, cylindrical device held in the mobile suit's hands when in use. The beam saber can cut through anything that has not been treated with an anti-beam coating. The Jegan is equipped with one beam saber stored in a recharge rack located on the right skirt armor on the waist. The Jegan's beam saber features a pair of beam emitters which can be adjusted to a high or low output beam saber. Next is the shield. The Jegan shield is an arm-mounted defense weapon standard for many Federation mobile suits. The shield is a thick sheet of armor designed to take severe punishment that would normally destroy a mobile suit. The shield is also treated with an anti-beam coating, allowing it to withstand several beam shots before the coating wears off. The Jegan shield possesses minor offensive capabilities as it's built with 2 2-tube missile launchers. These missiles are not very effective against warships, but are ideal against mobile suits. Next is the Jegan's beam rifle. The standard range weapon for many Federation mobile suits is the beam rifle. The particle beam fired from a beam rifle can penetrate almost any armor that has not been treated with countermeasures like an anti-beam coating. The beam rifle carried by the Jegan is a rapid-fire, short-range weapon. Sensors built into the rifle provides interface between the weapon and the Jegan's camera sensors. Next is the Rizal's beam rifle. The same beam rifle used by the Rizal, which is powered by a replaceable energy pack. This weapon is unique as the beam rifle's muzzle can generate a beam blade, allowing the rifle to function as a long beam saber. Used by the Jegan D types assigned to the La Nobel warship, the Neo Argama, during the events of Episode 7 of Gundam Unicorn. Next is the Marasai's beam rifle. The same beam rifle used by the Marasai and Hyzak. The beam rifle is powered by a rechargeable energy cap and capable of firing concentrated beam particles. Used by the Jegan D types assigned to the Federation's Cheyenne base. Lastly is the bazooka. For heavier firepower in place of a beam rifle, the Jegan can be outfitted with a bazooka. The bazooka fires explosive physical rounds at high velocity that do significant damage on impact. The bazooka can destroy a mobile suit in one shot or break through the armor of a warship. Next, let's talk about the history and lore of the Jegan D Type. Several years after the introduction of the Jegan, its design was overhauled and upgraded to bring its technology up to date, which resulted in the Jegan D Type. The Jegan D Type features upgrades in performance and is designed to mount additional equipment on its body with latches on the shoulder and waist, while retaining all of its original armaments. These upgrades kept the Jegan relevant when compared to the newer high-performance machines being issued to special forces such as the Stark Jegan and the Rizal. In U.C. 0094, under the pretense of a mock battle, the Federation's Raven Corps aggressor team openly attacks the Federation's Mariana base. The assault takes a sour turn as the Delta Chi stationed at the base goes on a rampage by attacking both friendly and opposition forces. Pico Altador of the Raven Corps, in her own Jegan D Type, will use her skills to place herself on equal footing against the Delta Chi, ultimately subduing it and thus ending its rampage. In U.C. 0096, the Jegan D Type acted as the frontline mobile suit for Lana Bell and the Earth Federation forces as they fought against the Neo-Zeon group the Sleeves, which would be known as the Third Neo-Zeon War or the Laplace Conflict. Lana Bell's Jegan D Type would retain the original color scheme of the previous Jegan and would see heavy action against the Sleeves during the conflict. The events of its heavy involvement were the attempt to intercept the Grand Lanciers, the Battle of Industrial 7, the Battle of Palau, and the final battle of Industrial 7. There was also a group of Jegan D Types assigned to the Federation's Cheyenne base on Earth, retaining a special camouflage pattern and armed with the Mara-sized beam rifle. Sadly, these Jegans wouldn't see any action for the rest of the Laplace conflict. However, those were some cool Jegans that were assigned to the Cheyenne base, so I wish they were animated and shown getting their butts kicked by either Neo-Zeon or Lana Bell, depending on the situation. But this wraps up Mecha Facts Episode 5 on the RGM-89D Jegan D Type. So if you enjoyed the episode, please click the subscribe button below and click that notification bell so you can stay up to date on future episodes. And if you liked the episode, give it a thumbs up. And if you have anything to improve my content or how I can improve my videos or episodes, please comment them below. But that's all I have for you guys today, so I'll see you guys next time.